With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Yellow, 15. You get
a give to the game's all-time leader, Emmitt Smith. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain? But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long, an early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. He's going to fire one deep, middle. He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 37. A big play there for the Bengals. And even 40 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It was Dion sprinting in on the corner blitz for the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. That'll be caught by Hester. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough.
And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Try to punch it in with Smith, and he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's third and goal. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. It was a safety, Kevin Byard, that time, who was able to knock it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Steps away to his left. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by the Hall of Famer, Mel Blount. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Here we go.
The first carry for the legend, it's Bo Jackson. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Second and 4 at the 13-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got a man. It's T.O. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Hey, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Eluded the pressure right. Now, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He got 29 yards that time. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Every time I watch LT blow up plays just like that one, I think of one quote. You can run, but you can't hide.
He won a record 3 Defensive Player of the Year awards back in his day. He was also the league MVP in 1986.
One of 2 defensive players who won the MVP award in the NFL. The second one, Alan Page with the Minnesota Vikings, the linchpin of their Purple People Eaters defense.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 32-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They run on 1st down with Jackson. Had a nice move, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From the 29, Wilson. And he will find T.O. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Terrell Owens, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And his pass incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Here's Wilson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A 14-yard touchdown. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken short. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Holt. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Mahomes now to throw. It's caught by OBJ. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Mahomes now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Now here's Mahomes. Slide it, and a big loss here as he's taken down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
To try again after the sack. Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. From the 31, Wilson flushed to his right. This one caught by Terrell Owens. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. He finds Beckham complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 43. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Khalil Mack able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
36 power.
On first down, Wilson buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Well, CD, with the end of the season comes the announcement of the All-Pro team, and everybody was like, wait a second, Christian McCaffrey's listed twice. Is that a mistake? No, he got it both at running back and flex. Pretty impressive.
Very impressive.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
12.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Flushed out right. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This will be taken short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. He'll have a first down past the 40. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Ronnie Lott.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. A give to Smith out of the gun. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
Here's second and 10 now from about the 32. Mahomes going to throw. This one taken in by Hester. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30.
Bro, what the fuck Emmitt Smith doing, bro?
That time, down he goes. Deion Sanders picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Look at him.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's second and 21. To throw, it's Mahomes. He finds his target, Beckham. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third.
Take the ball.
They'll try and run forward with Emmett. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Right, get your hands right there.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes.
Oh, my fucking God,
and he's
bro.
going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Deion Sanders, and the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's the Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor doing what he does best. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Wilson in the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Being chased out left. And got his man complete. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. Back now in the East Bay. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bruce Smith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. From the shotgun, Wilson forced out to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come?
And he's going to go down. Back across midfield, he's sacked at the 46. Lawrence Taylor. And it'll be a turnover on downs. On 1st down, Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep over. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Devin Hester, 46 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken near the 13. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this run.
And I think
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Strahan in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get your reset. Throwing on second and long. Mahomes. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that
There he goes left side. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there. 28 yards. And he takes off with it. It's a fake.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Emmett. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. From the 41, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. On the comebacker, complete. That's Holt. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down. Mahomes now on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Throwing is Wilson. Going up top. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Bruce Smith getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. From midfield now, here's Wilson going for the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If they're
under pressure, he's going to go down. Look at this, way back around the 43. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of it. That's just who they are.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Mahomes. This will be caught inside the 10. And a loose football. And the Bengals have recovered it. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Mahomes now on first down. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Devin Hester, the intended receiver.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Now Elway to throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And oh, it'll be intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And he'll go down inside the 15. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got to be thrilled to have this game still at 0-0 after the interception thrown on the very first play of the game.
They certainly do. And what I enjoyed was watching him on the sidelines, because as the defense came off, he was there to congratulate him and really say thanks, because he threw the interception. It didn't turn into any points.
The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. On play action, it's Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now he'll let this one go. Deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT and didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you?
It's caught inside the 25. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 51 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
Pring, you got it.
First carry for the Hall of Famer,
Emmitt
Smith. He's got the first down here inside the 30. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. All right, Charles, quick Emmitt Smith story. You've heard of the Madden video game, right?
I have heard of the Madden video game, well, no doubt about it.
The legend goes that Coach Madden said players used to come up to him all the time and complain that Mahomes hit, he lost the football. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Smith trying to run for it. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 9-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Yeah.
This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Johnson, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, Elway. Looking long for Thomas. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Delaney Walker there to make the grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. 51 yards there on the return punt. And the Jets have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Aaron Donald picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
Yes, Reggie White. I remember when they first started calling him the Minister of Defense. It was back at the University of Tennessee. Snuffing out plays like that. Did you see that tackle for a loss? I remember him turning around the LSU game in 1983 with a similar play. Reggie White, one of the all-time greats.
13-time Pro Bowler, Reggie White. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. To throw on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here we go, fourth down, Mahomes.
No, I don't.
And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs. They go play action here on first down. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in. And caught by Thomas for a Jets touchdown. Demaryius Thomas, 37 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5.
I don't know where y'all get better. Got to learn from your mistakes.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A first down carry for Smith. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes is going to fire one deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? He'll air it out deep for Thomas. He's got a man complete. And he's got some space here. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 73 yards. So forget about any talk of possible safeties. Here's 1st and 10 clear on the other side of the field. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Holt. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. From the gun, a run for Johnson. Dances by him. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And he's going to take.
My shit only on 47 and 48. It moving 1% a second. I gotta play. I don't even know why I got Call of Duty. I don't even play the shit no more. I was too. They spoiled me with that Blackout, man. They need to get Blackout on more and more. I played on Call of Duty on PS4. Nigga, you can do that on GTA. It sound like you always pissed off on them.
Modern Warfare look really fought though. But goddamn GTA different though. You feel me? Niggas gonna run from this goddamn special cars and shit.
Oh yeah.
Call of Duty, bitch, you got your motherfucking pistol in your feet. What's that?
Damn, this shit taking forever. 35.
I wish I had my old, bro. If I had my old GTA on Xbox on 1, oh my god. On some shit like I don't know. I had like 2 garages full of cars, bro. I had like $25 million
That ain't nothing compared to my brothers.
Bruh, I had so much though. I'm saying if I would have stayed at it, like my brother got that bit now. He ain't
Yeah,
finna
my
get that shit up.
man, the twins got like $70 billion.
Yeah, that they ain't nowhere compared to the money now. Like you couldn't even get $1 billion back then.
You ain't need $1 billion back then though.
That's what I'm saying.
Like the only thing bulletproof was a little Kamara. You had that bitch in the game. Go crazy. Yeah. You go crazy. Yeah. Like, you with all the smoke.
All the money in the world, you rich on the game. Like, what do you do from there? You got
On
all
some
the
shit like,
cars. You could
Just
do.
show that
You
shit
could
off.
like that's
yeah,
it.
like on some shit like, and when one of your partners come on and they ain't got it, like you meet a nigga that
Yeah,
ain't got
that's
it,
what they. That's
build
what
them
they
up.
were trying to do
Hey,
with me,
see the
but
more fun shit like building a nigga up, you feel me? You
yeah,
already
that's what
got
they
it.
were trying to do with me. But they like we was spending a couple hours on that shit just to keep restarting, and I'm like, man, fuck this shit.
Oh,
This
Shit, it
shit
wasn't
is my
even back
nerves.
then. It wasn't that easy to get $1 million. I hopped on that bit one game and got $1 million. Like that shit wasn't that easy back then, bro. Like that shit crazy,
you had to run them damn bank heist to get that shit right then.
bro. Alright, that you ain't get, bro. That shit wasn't that
You
easy
gonna
out
get
there
like
now.
300K unless it was your first time bonus, and you'll get like an extra 100K, 150. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I remember we did the all in order challenge just to come up one day. Like shit, yeah, bro. We was in the game like 10 hours straight. You feel me?
That shit go by so quick, bro.
What
You
that?
doing them damn missions, the next thing you know, it's fucking 10:30 at night, and you started playing that bitch at 8 in the morning.
On some shit like the all in order challenge. Like you got to do all the house heists with the same people on 2K4. You feel me? Or we on some shit like everybody just stay online while we in here, man. Then smoke some more dope, ate some more pizza. All that time was feeling my ass out. Got me fucked up. Alright. That was not good.
I couldn't sit in front of the TV that long, bro. I can't play the game that long.
When that shit in your living room and it's comfortable and you can do whatever you want in there.
I'm always comfortable when I'm playing the
But
game,
you
and
don't
that's
smoke
just
weed,
crazy.
you feel me? Like when you smoke weed, bro, you can do a lot of shit that other people don't do.
Yeah. I can't do it. I go to sleep when I'm out.
Weed ain't my thing. I can't do that shit.
I feel that. I feel that.
Honestly, I can't do it.
I
I can
smoke enough
drink
weed
your,
though.
I can drink my ass off, but
Send the invite.
smoking, you gotta do it.
So why you can't do it, man?
He over there, Mr. Broadcast. My offense from 90%.
Trash.
Oh yeah, it's trash as fuck.
Alright, y'all better tighten up. Done taking it right. Y'all playing.
I expect
Send
you
the
to be going down
invite.
with it, bro. What you mean?
He ass over there in the game. That's why his ass on. Oh shit.
I'm done with that game. Fuck that game. Got a new D tackle on y'all there.
Night Train Lane.
I got
Some of these niggas I don't even never heard of. Ain't never heard of no damn Night Train.
Shit, I have.
that's just his football. They don't think it's real name. That's just his
Damn,
football name.
I know a lot about a lot of old
Nah,
school
I don't
players.
know. I'm saying what his
Bruh.
real name is.
Bro,
I don't.
he the reason why they
I
came
didn't
up with
never
a lot of
know.
these rules, bro.
I
Like
never
all
knew
that,
about the 81 at a cornerback. Like I never knew
all that
that.
horse collar shit. He the reason why they got that shit, bro. Look at the way that
Running
bitch tap.
live. I ain't never heard of running live. No.
Shit, that bitch knock your goddamn dick off. That bitch harder than a bitch. I'm telling you.
Man, you the only one ain't joined in the lobby.
For me,
Yeah.
oh, it's a minute left in the game.
You playing a game? This man, wow.
No, I'm playing the MUTT Challenge shit. I'm trying to get that 96. These bitches getting away free player. You know, black people like free shit.
You know, I love free shit, but my level ain't up that high. So it's like when I get free players, my shit be like 87s and 88s.
Nah, this on that Super Bowl challenge.
No, okay.
Yeah, I knock them out day by day. Try to do like 2 a day. Or whenever I'm
Shit,
waiting on y'all.
I fuck around and get on that bitch and play GTA. That shit be going by quick.
Yeah, this shit over.
I'm on GTA cheating right now. Bitch gonna put me in the solo public. Like,
See, that shit so far. Now they got clubs and shit now, bro. That shit fire. Yeah, them Super Bowl tickets. Hey, T,
Yo,
you got no team of the year things, bro?
what team do your thing?
Like, the team of the year, they was giving away, like, some little... Oh, nah, that's something else.
I still don't know what y'all niggas be doing.
This shit deep right here, boy.
So is it like on some my like team up type shit?
It's basically like this. You know what the baseball cards is?
You can bring your ass on.
I know that much about like Ultimate Team, but like, do y'all be teaming up with the shit or like y'all playing against each other? How that go?
Yeah,
We playing against other niggas. We on the same team.
nigga, I'm in the
Okay, so
parlay
like you
nigga
pick.
send me an invite.
Shit, I ain't gonna lie. I don't need to play. I be done try to put B in or some shit. Niggas be thinking.
Let's ready up.
That's how we need 4 straight wins, man. So I go to the playoffs. 3-3.
Got it.
What James West say? I ain't leaving without a victory.
Fuck that nigga.
Man, start hating on Winston, man.
What's in the NFL breaking records, man? Most fumbles, most pins, man.
He do the most. and what nobody else is saying is most passing yards. You got a handful of niggas that throw for 5,000 passing yards in a season.
He ain't one.
You gotta gamble to get it, man.
He ain't one. That's a damn lie.
That man doing horrible.
Look at the stats.
He doing horrible right now, bro.
He led the league in passing touchdowns. Passing yards and second in passing touchdowns.
And most in fumbles, most in pick six,
Oh,
most in interceptions.
Like I said, only niggas want to point out the negatives that hate the nigga.
That nigga.
They're not pointing out what he doing great.
That nigga doing.
What he's doing bad.
That nigga doing 30 touchdown, 30 interception. That shit horrible.
Right, like they ain't even looking. Oh yeah, he threw for 5,000. Yeah, but he fumbled the ball 7 times and threw blah blah. Oh damn.
Same just country.
What the fucking Florida quarterback in the league doing right now?
Look, Jacob doing good. Jacob Brissett.
Who is Jacob?
Brissett, the Colts quarterback.
He
He doing better than Jameis Winston. He is a Gator. That's a former Gator. Go to his thing on this game.
nigga played his entire career at NC State.
He transformed, but they still say you're the former Gator. They're gonna say you're former Gator.
They say a fucking former Wolfpack, nigga.
Go to it on the game. Go to the game. Go to the game. Go to the game. Bro, listen. Go to the game. You gonna say Florida at the top. You gonna say motherfucking Michigan. Whatever you say, you gonna say Florida.
He played 3 years. He played his 3 years at NC State.
Bro, go to the game. You gonna say Gator, Florida.
That nigga ain't did shit. He ain't did shit for fucking. What he did for the Colts?
Get some wins.
I'm an Indianapolis Colts fan. What have he done? Please let me know.
What Jamie Winston over there doing? Nothing.
He threw for 5,000 yards.
Nothing. Is he winning for him? Is he winning for him? Is he going to the playoffs? Super Bowl? Nothing.
Shit, Jacoby didn't do it.
He closer than Jamie Winston?
No, the fuck he was.
His fuck he was.
Exact same record. How?
Closer than him? He not over there breaking records, man. Or the most horrible damn picks and shit.
What's close? Please tell me that. What records has Jacoby Brissett broken in the NFL?
Only record that man breaking is horrible for interceptions.
You're not answering my question. What records has Jacoby Brissett broken in the NFL?
Man, I don't watch Jacoby.
I watch the nigga. That's your
Oh.
Gators. That's your Gators.
I don't watch that nigga.
Because I'm a Colt fan. It don't matter. I don't watch Jameis, but I know what he doing.
Shit.